Nope. Okay, so the audio seems to be working now. Let me see if I can get the camera to work. Nope, it is frozen. All right, so we are just not going to deal with that. And let me check the audio again since it stopped working. Okay, so the audio seems to be working now. All right, the audio is working now. Wow, I was like, everything is all set up, everything is great, and then it wasn't. Sorry, everyone. We're not being. Oh, well, no, it was the whole. It wasn't the sound as much as it was that the entire webcam froze, which I use for both the mic and the video, and so that was the problem. The problem was that I turned off the volume on my phone. So that was the problem there, and so yeah, if I try to go to the camera, it is still frozen, but the audio seems to be working, so that is good, and we'll go with that. But yeah, I do have a new thing for when a new thing for when I have technical difficulties, but I've realized that I can't have that up and then work on fixing things at the same time because then I can't see if I have the camera working again. So, but I did do a test right before, and it's just this camera does freeze occasionally. I'm not entirely sure why. So we'll see. Major storms in Tennessee. Oh, I hope everyone's all right. Ah. Oh, Blue Sea Serpent, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. All right, now we can start officially. I thought I was coming in all smooth from my new splash screen. Oh dear. But anyway, I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and tonight I am pleased to announce that pre-orders for the 2021 Summer Mini Skein miniseries are now available. This is a special series that I like to do in the summer that is complementary to the one I do around Hanukkah, where we'll have a week with at least 5 videos, probably 6 or 7 total though, where every night there will be a new video in the evening Eastern time that will feature a different dyeing project. Now these pre-orders are for mini skein sets, a set of 5 20-gram mini skeins that are all dyed in one of the videos, which means that the 5 mini skeins go together in some kind of planned colorway and are therefore intended to be used together in one project. Obviously, you don't have to use them together in one project, but in comparison to Hanukkah, where it's more of a sampler and you get 1 mini each night, and they aren't necessarily planned to go together in any kind of way, even though you can use them in one project. These summer sets vary because each video has a different colorway, a different technique, but they are sort of designed to work together. And this is something that I started to do after 2019 when I did the Summer Mini Skein miniseries. I loved a lot of the fades that I created in that, and then felt sad as I was breaking them up to put into samplers. And so I think that this is a fun, just mystery yarn celebration in the summer. Yep, Indy. Indy is back in the background. Hello. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You're so excited. You loved your set from last summer so much. Yeah. So I'm really excited for this year because last summer I didn't really know what I was going to be able to do dyeing wise and timing wise. And so the set ended up being, I did a lot of like swatching of different food coloring brands and some color mixing. I guess it sort of launched my little color mixing journey that I've been on. And that's a lot of fun. So I can say that the 2021 series is going to include a lot of techniques that I had originally wanted to include in 2020, but postponed, plus some things that are new favorites of mine. So of the 5 videos that are filmed already, there are 5 very different techniques and different approaches to planning these colorways. And there are just a lot of different ways to play with it, and I cannot wait to show and share with you what they are. So I am very, very excited about it. And let's see. So the other thing that's going to be really fun this year is that in addition to playing with multiple different techniques to create mini skein fade sets, I also am looking at multiple different yarn bases. If you go and check out the listing, and so let's see. Actually, let's see which. There we go. I am on the correct one over there. And oh, I have to fix the camera because the other camera is still frozen. Okay, so if you go to the listing on Etsy and you go to select a yarn base, can you see the mouse? Yes, you can. There are multiple different yarn bases, from a fingering sock weight yarn that is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, to a merino yak blend. We have a Donegal DK, a tweed style yarn, and we even have a superwash merino cashmere nylon yarn that I am really excited about. And more details, there's a lot of details in the description, but you can find details for what all the different yarn bases are here. And so one of the fun things about this year was, in a lot of videos I'm doing a technique, but the bases that I'm trying on are really different. And sometimes we might see things that, ooh, this really does make it different on different bases. And sometimes maybe not as much, but it's fun. So not every base is in every night. But most of the nights do feature more than 1 or 2 bases, which I think is a lot of fun. So therefore, if you decide to pre-order multiple sets of one base, I will do, to the best of my ability, help make sure that you get 2 different nights, but not all. There's some bases that are only in one video, so most of them are spread across multiple, but I think that there are a couple that might only be in one video. Keeping track of all this has been really, really fun. But yeah, so you can find this over in my Etsy shop, and there is, where is a link? There's also an add-on full skein that you can add on to the listing in either just 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, or a 100% superwash merino option. And this, I have a feeling this add-on will probably sell out, but once I start dyeing it, there's a chance I might be able to release some more, but I can't say for sure right now. I spent all of this time setting up my, after the last streaming issue, I spent a lot of time setting up all of these different presets in the streaming software, which is great until the webcam decided to freeze. And so that is less great. So let's see, please let me know if you have any questions in the chat. Yay! I'm so glad. The yak, oh, okay. So yeah, I have some of the bases here that I can show you because I am very excited. So the yak base, I think, is probably one of the ones that is the most different. So it starts off as this oatmeal, this blue, this oatmeal, sort of a cool toned brown color, which is very, very beautiful. So in contrast to a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, they start off as a very different color, and so therefore the final color is going to be different just because of the difference in where they're starting. And so that is something that I think is really, really fun, because sometimes, I think the first time I dyed this base, I did neon over it. It was a Dye Pop PS episode from sometime last year. And I wasn't sure if neons would really show up well on it. And they did. And so it's really fun to have something that is less white to start with and to layer colors on that. And so to see how all of these different colorways look on the yak base. And then another one that I feel like I haven't dyed a lot of tweed before, but this is the Donegal DK. The neps in it there's some oatmeal, like camel brown, there's a paler oatmeal brown, and then black. And so this yarn is 85% superwash merino, 15% neps. It takes up color really beautifully. And I think that the base color of it is, the color on the webcam is not great, but it is a hint of gray. I'm not sure. It's a hair darker than the bare yarn, which bare yarn color can vary between different superwash merino bases. Sometimes some are a little more yellow, some are a little less, but yeah, that's just one reason why I thought it would be fun to play and explore and to look at twist. On my listing page, oh, over here, nope. Okay, so of the yarn bases that I have for the sampler, the fingering sock has actually two different bases in there. Both of them are 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Both are 463 yards per 100 grams. The main difference is one is 4-ply, which is the base that I use for like Hanukkah and things like that. And the other is 2-ply, a higher twist, but the same fiber content. So most of it is the 2-ply higher twist, but there was a comparison that I wanted to do that involved different twist, and so then I introduced the other in, and so yeah, I'm very, very excited about that. And I lost when I go to the browsing, I lost it. It was the yak gone. So let me see. Oh, okay. So I do have more. So given that I'm holding this, I do have more yak I am planning to dye, and same with the Superwash DK. But I'm not going to do that right now while I'm on the live stream. So currently those have both sold out, but I do have, I didn't list the things that I have planned but not dyed yet, except for one that was unique. And so I will, once the stream is over, I will update that with the planned ones since those bases have gone. But I do have, I think maybe two more. I don't know. I have a little bit more yak. So I will list some more. But okay, and off topic, yes, I am wearing Hollow Taco on my nails. I've got, okay, I think that this is the new Scientific with Lunar Unicorn Skin, and I used the matte top coat, although on my thumb it started to chip, so I just put a glossy taco on. So it's a little shinier. I would say after like 3 days, they are not quite as matte as they were originally, but yeah. So off topic. Yes, so I will be updating that as soon as I am done with the stream for those two bases, because I do have more of both, and I was planning on adding more of both. I just wasn't, it's hard to know, like some things I don't have more of, so it was hard to know how things might go down. But actually I need to exit out of where I'm seeing the inventory because I don't want to accidentally, yeah, one downfall of Etsy is that when you have a listing with variations, it doesn't tell you how many of each variation, like you don't get stats on that. So I have to go through and just manually double count. So yeah, I do have, so there's one more video that I plan to film. And I have set things up so that way some of the colorways I do have the capability of dyeing some more should I need to. It depends on how quickly all of the slots sell out. Last summer sold out really fast because I didn't have that many total to start with, but I'm prepared this year. Yes. Yes, I had no idea that the yak would be this popular. Maybe that's something that I will have to think about more for the future. It is a very, very fun base. Oh man, but oh, I thought that it froze again. I saw like what was coming up on the stream and I panicked a little bit. I still wonder what makes this web, it's the mic, so I don't want to touch it. But let's see, what else do I have to show you? So I debated. Last summer, I showed off a spoiler of some of the fun stuff that's in the sets. I don't think I'm going to do that tonight, even though I have things right next to me. I'll let it be a surprise. There's some good surprises in there. What I can say is that your mini skeins are going to come wrapped in a reusable drawstring bag that has been hand decorated by me in a fun way. And then there are some other fun extras that will be in there that I'm really, really excited about. And I know some of you in particular are going to be really, really excited about. So I'm really happy. But what I was going to say is that I also today had a shop update, and so we have a lot of beautiful yarn now in the shop, including some speckled cotton. I was almost out of my stock of cotton, so I have some more cotton and some other fun colors, and that hummingbird inspired blank and the other colorways from the, what's this month? March 2021 dye-along. So I've added all of that. And so here are some sneak peeks of things that are to be coming up. And so here's a colorway that's like a leave no dye behind with an almost empty Wilton icing vials. And the colors aren't coming through right on camera. There's a lot more like cyan type blue and a little more red in it. But what's really, really funny is that accidentally I created an almost identical colorway on a different yarn base, but with acid dyes. It's not quite the same, but after I saw it, I was looking at it in the pan, I was like, this looks like this other yarn that I dyed, and just coincidentally, because both were done with like layering leftovers. And so I think that that is really, really funny. You saw the blank in the shot today? The knit blank? Yes. Oh, I'm glad the pink's showing up on camera. There's better pictures on, it smells very yarny and good. There's better pictures on the listing. Oh, I am set up to do this. Oh. Here we go. Isn't this convenient? So here is the whole blank, and you can see the sort of gradient of greens that we go through, and then with the little pops of pink throughout. When I did the pink speckles during that live stream, you really couldn't see the tiny pink, just because it hadn't had time to sink in, but it really does come through and I think pulls the whole thing together. And there's some of those like rust, mustard tones. And so, yeah, I'm very excited about how that turned out. Excuse me. If you hadn't bought yarn from me yesterday, you totally would have bought it. I really like it. That's a technique I want to do more. So speaking of blanks, I ended up not doing this, but when I was dyeing some of the mini skeins for the series, and some of them I was like, this would be a really, really fun technique or a fun colorway to do on a sock blank. And then I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and I was like, oh, part of me was considering doing sock blanks. I'm probably going to dye at some point sock blanks in some of these colorways, but I think I'm going to have it be separate from the SMSMS just because I didn't want to do a mystery like sock blank pre-order and have it be the same color. And like, what if someone got like the mini skein set in the same color as a sock blank? Like that seems like a lot of overlap. So yeah, so that's why I decided not to do that. Cause I was like, oh man, and I talk about this in some of the videos, like why use like a set of mini skeins versus a sock blank? Because both of them are great ways to do a fade or have some kind of gradient. And I think it really depends on what it is you want to make with your yarn. And so for dyeing a fade for yourself, there are times when, maybe you want to do mini skeins because maybe you want to do shorter color repeats or progressions and have more control over that. And so there's different reasons why you might want to use one or the other. And ultimately a lot probably comes down to dyer preference. But it was a lot of fun when I was like, ooh, I want to like almost compare, and maybe this is something I'll do at a later date, but whether it is I'm referencing back to the mini skein sets that I'm creating for this series, or in the future, like do something on mini skeins and then do it on a blank and just think about it as a whole. I think there's something really fun about that. Yes, I'm very glad I put the pink. With the silk, which the colors aren't coming through super well, once I twisted it up, I loved the pink on it. Before I did, I was unsure. So sometimes twisting it and getting a sense of how the colors blend together, that can really, really help. But yeah, with the blank, I'm so glad that I did the pink. So glad. So glad. But anyway, that is my big announcement and update. So I am going to go inventory, and I'm trying to think about the best way to notify. I will leave a comment on this video as soon as I have updated the listings with those. And so I plan to do it. Let me just check because I've got How does that make sense? I'll have to recount. I was looking and I'm like, something doesn't add up. So yeah, I will go and update because I do have, and I am planning, I already have like designated planned some more of the yak and of the just superwash DK. When it comes to decorating sock blanks and things like that, if you want to do more like the painting you did with the cherry blossoms, do you need guar gum or could you just use less water? That's a really good question. I think that guar gum really, really helps keep things from spreading. And actually I can pull up. Where is my window? Here we go. Let's go to my shop because I can navigate through my own shop. So we're referencing this colorway. So you see how thin these pink lines are with these flowers? That wouldn't really happen if not for the guar gum. Without the guar gum, you would see probably a little more spread. There is a food coloring, I think I called it the Sock Blank Special, and I did one with guar gum. Actually, I have a few videos with guar gum one with stenciling where I did with guar gum and without. And the lines are a lot sharper when you have the guar gum, just because then the dye doesn't really move from where you put it. So if you want something that sharp, I would absolutely stick with the guar gum. But you can still paint fun things, and I did that without... you can still paint really fun things without it. I'm looking for the guar gum. Hi, everyone. Okay, let's go to... Here we go. So here is a blank where I used, just with stenciling, I used guar gum down here. Oh, I used guar gum down here. And you can see where the stencils are really, really sharp and give those really sharp lines. And then I did not use guar gum at the top, which still gave a really pretty pattern. And it's an effect that one could do intentionally. It just gave a difference in the sharpness. And so let me see. So this is what the stencils look like that I used. And so we really did get really sharp lines from, oh, no, don't give me an ad. Nope, never mind. I'm like, nope, we don't need an ad to to play in here. Oh yeah, Indy is just living his best life. What's a good DK equivalent to Stroll? Well, there is a sport version of Stroll, but at, say, Wool to Die For, their equivalent to Stroll is called Platinum. It's the same fiber content and yardage as Stroll. I mean, it's 1 yard more per 100 grams. And they have Platinum DK, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And that is I called it the superwash blend DK because there's nylon in there. Oh, you just like, how did Keith go by? Oh. Yes, he is very handsome. How's my comfort cardi coming? Thank you for the accountability. I have finished the swatches and decided on the needle size, and I'm casting on in the morning. So that's how it's coming. I was going to cast on the other day, but then stuff happens. But now, starting tomorrow is Pesach break. Even though the Seder isn't until Saturday night, there's no school for Ryder tomorrow. So there is that. Let's see. Yes, so there we go. There was a nice tangent about guar gum. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's about it. Yeah, Indy. He's like, Mom, I'm not moving. I am comfy. I don't know if the resolution's good enough that you could see his ears perk up or not. But anyway, I am going to head out. You can find the listing for the pre-order for the 2021 Summer Mini Skein mini series set That's a mouthful, but I like SMSMS for summer mini skein mini series. So I'm sticking with it. I'm attached to it. The pre-order is up there, and I will leave a comment, a pinned comment on this video as soon as I have updated my inventory and the listing. I just have to quickly check and see what has purchased. So I don't have a lot of the yak. I have maybe, actually, really, I might only have two. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only have two. I only have 10 skeins left. But I have more of the superwash DK. So, but I'll say that the 100% superwash merino, the superwash, the, what did I call it? The, back to browsing. The superwash blend DK is the same yarn base that I use as my DK base for the Hanukkah specials. So that is the same one that I use there. And the Donegal DK is also really, really fun. And I love the way that the color, this one has been in 3 videos. And I think that so far, maybe more, I don't remember. A lot of them have been in multiple. I filmed 5 videos so far. There will be a 6th video that's the bonus colorway. And then I think that there's going to be one more video because I was suffering from too many ideas this year. Oops. Your first live video. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's the sparkly yarn. There's going to be a video. So there, the sparkly yarn that I mentioned that I dyed with acid dyes, that'll be a video. That's actually in, I think I may have already added it as an option for a last minute lab partner, but with videos I have on the last minute lab partner list, those end up on the schedule. And so then if no one signs up for them, then the videos will be coming by the end of the summer. The picture, are they samples? Which picture? Sorry, Carol. No, I don't have in the listing. I don't have pictures of what the bases look like over there. But as for the sparkle for all of the yarn that is featured for the summer mini skein mini series sets, all of these are videos, and the dyeing and all of the bases will be featured in the videos. So that is coming, and I am so excited, but I'm holding on because I'm not sure. But the pictures that I have here are just the text that it'll be a wrapped mini skein series that in one of the videos there's many base options and they all work together and fun extras, and that the videos will start on the first day of summer, June 20th 2021, which I think is a Sunday night. So that will be the start of the series. I'm not going to necessarily be able to be in the live chat room for every single night, but I will try to do for every night. And I look forward to feedback if you want me to do live premieres, even if I can't join in. And the reason why at least one of the nights is that I have a wedding anniversary in that time frame. So therefore, that night I will not be in the live chat room. I had 2 pictures by my name today. Oh, yes. For the web browsing, that was actually this yarn, which of course you can't see the purple. It is the food coloring Leave No Dye Behind. I just picked a, because I think I was going to do the Kool-Aid on the, what was it? The Dylicious cotton. And so then I just used Kool-Aid red yarn as a backdrop for me here. And then I was like, red isn't that me. I should change it to a colorway that's more me. So yeah, it's just a random color that's the same that I have on my new paused screen, which is where I can in theory go when if I need to take a brief break in a stream, or I guess it doesn't really help me if I'm having technical difficulties, because I can't troubleshoot like what's going on with the camera if I can't see the camera. Yeah. I'm sorry. That wasn't sparkle, but the sparkle colorway is very similar to that. I'm so sorry that was confusing. That was just completely random. I picked that to be like a new background thing for streaming. But it just so happens that yarn that's in there is now listed in the shop. Actually, if I want to show better colors, it's right here. These are the colors. So this is the yarn that is right there. So it's not the sparkle one, but there's a sparkle colorway that I think I'm going to put this next to it when I film the conclusions for it. It's not exactly the same, but they feel very, very similar. So it was really funny. So sorry if that was confusing. That yarn has really nothing to do with the Summer Mini Skein mini series. My birthday's in December. But Indy's birthday, yes, hi, I'm talking about you, is in June. Two pictures by my name today. Maybe by my face. All right, everyone. I am going to head out. But thank you all so much for all of the support you've shown me. And again, I am going to go and update the listing right now for the yarn that has sold out with the more that I have. And that should be updated momentarily as I go and I'm like, see, I have more of the Superwash DK as I have my inventory right here. So anyway, thank you all so much. I really appreciate your support. And these series are so fun. It's so much fun. I'm so excited. All right. I hope that you all, I need like a stream has ended thing. I've got like a please stand by and paused, but I need like an end so that way I know when to stop versus doing my awkward dance. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will chat with all of you soon. Good night.